Welcome back to Later with Leon. My next guest is a self-proclaimed Blaxican and artivist, all right? And she just released her first collection of poems and essays. It's called Fist and Fire in October. Please give a round of applause for Lesle, Honore. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay, super fabulous. Got your pens on.
Thank
I
you.
see you. Okay, Gina. So let's talk about it real quick. Fist and Fire, poems that inspire action and ignite passion. So you got a lot going on in this book.
I do. So the book really started about 3 years ago. I started writing pieces and posting them online. The first that went viral was about Tyshawn Lee, and just talking
Rest
about
in peace.
Rest in peace. Talking about how I was just outraged that people were more focused on his family than his death, and it got maybe 13,000 shares, and I was blown away, and I just continued. And really during that time span of 2016, when we experienced a lot of Black death. Yeah. Just writing about it and hoping to give voice to people who just become hashtags, and found that there were people who wanted to hear that and receive that, and there were white people who wanted to understand a little bit better, and just found that through my poetry and doing it on social media, we were able to connect.
How tough is it being a writer and writing what comes from your heart? Because I know being a comedian sometimes, I look and see stuff on TV and I want to go out and speak on this stuff, and I know how I'm going to say it's going to come off a little harsh to the other side. And like you said, they're trying to understand what's going on, but how do you control and temper that rage that when you see stuff that sometimes is committed by the other side, how do you temper that to get them to understand? You don't, so you just let it ride.
I don't temper it. Okay. I let it ride. We can have a discussion. Absolutely. I really enjoy when people have like a sub-discussion without me under a poem. Recently I wrote about Michael Vick and people not wanting him to be Pro Bowl captain, and just talking about, you know, who is allowed redemption. Black men are not allowed redemption. Everyone else is. And what does that look like, and what does that mean, and how can we discuss that? And so sometimes I get hate inboxes. Right. Sometimes I get, you know, real nasty things being said.
Because you did something with Serena, as far as Serena Williams goes too. Talk about that.
That was amazing to me. It went crazy viral. So when a poem gets to 100,000 plus reads and shares, it's phenomenal, because that means somebody took the time to read it. A video, all you have to do is watch, but to read a poem, you have to be active. I was really surprised that people connected with it, because it was written from a very Black lens, specifically about Serena. And it did well, and then I definitely got some people, you know, just, she's not the GOAT, it's not all Black women.
That's crazy, though.
How come you can't talk about all women? Well, because
she's
a woman of color talking about a Black woman, and it's my poem. If you want to write something else, then you write it.
All right, so listen, at the end of the day, I've always looked at poets. Now, sometimes, because I got a lot of my guys, I call them a poet, and they be like, I'm a wordsmith. I'm like, okay, it's like bartender and mixologist. You're killing me here. You both serve drinks. He's like, yeah, but I'm a mixologist. I said, so is there a difference between a poet and a wordsmith?
Absolutely. I don't do spoken word, and that ain't me.
Okay, so that's the wordsmith.
That ain't me. I studied English literature.
I go through the fields barefooted as my toes dig into the soul that my slave ancestors tilled for the land that was controlled. Okay.
No, that's not me.
And then just sing a random song. Everybody loves the sunshine.
Yeah. No.
That's not you.
That's not me.
So poetry doesn't necessarily have to rhyme.
It doesn't have to rhyme. I studied English Lit at the illustrious Xavier University of Louisiana. Okay. I'm a very proud graduate, HBCU made. So I learned the things, and studied the words, and committed in time to it. So it's important to me to see it as a craft. It's also important to me that I help young people understand that performing is great, but what lasts forever is putting it in a book.
The substance.
Yeah.
Yep. I went to, not to be outdone, I went to a HBCU.
Did you?
You probably heard of it. It's called Chicago State.
Beautiful, yes.
Yeah, it's right over on the south side.
That's right, south side.
I never saw anything but Black people in there,
it's
so I just, boom, HBCU.
Excellence.
There it is. Hey, I appreciate you for stopping by.
Where can they buy the book?
Where can they buy the book? Where can they come see you perform?
You can come see me coming up on December 21st at the wonderful Silver Room in Hyde Park, right on 53rd Street.
Shout out to the Silver Room.
Shout out to the Silver Room.
Block party be amazing
It is amazing. Eric Williams and his team does such great work, and I'm so honored to be reading my book there. So it's December 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. You can buy it there, or you can go on my website, any of my social media handles. It's just my name, nothing special, Lesle Honore, and click the link, buy the book, support a poet, and help me put my kids through college.
Thank you for coming out. Y'all give it up for Lesle Honore one time.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'll be back. Final thought of the day.